Good, good. How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty excited to get into today's session. So, do you want to tell us, as we're beginning here, a little bit about what we're doing today?
Yeah. Well, if I knew, I would tell you. No. No, what we're doing is it's supposed to be heavy metal role playing, but we actually have a good mix of rock stars. So it's more like there's a generalized rock star vibe going on here. But the idea is that, and I'll get more into detail later, but this takes place in the year 2017, after the apocalypse that results from the 2016 presidential election. And there are small pockets of human life that exist near like the very few, like 3 hydroelectric plants in the nation. Because solar energy doesn't work since the nuclear fallout cloud blots out the sun, and so that's where we're going to start anyway. But I'll explain that in more detail in a bit.
Okay, so let's meet our cast of the apocalypse today, and let's start with Foxy. How you doing, Foxy?
I'm fan-frickin-tastic.
Great, great. So tell us who you're playing today, please.
My name is Babette Marley, and I am somewhat of a bard, sort of ish, kind of maybe. But I focus on debuffs and mind games and all kinds of fun. That really, I just want everyone to freaking chill out.
To peace out. To get along, chill, man. Perfect. So Foxy playing Mrs. Marley today. How you doing, my friend? It's been a while.
I'm doing great. Yeah, it's been a while.
So who are you playing today?
I'm playing Ricard Summons, a twist on Gene Simmons. I'm going to literally melt faces.
Okay, so that's Ricard, like that. Simmons, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So what does Mr. Simmons focus on as a kind of special power?
Fire breath.
Fire breath. Fuck yeah.
Fire breath and the ladies.
Yeah.
Fire breath in the ladies.
Nice. Sydney, who are you playing today?
Okay, I picked Avril Lavigne, and I'm so tired. I feel like I'm gonna get into character really well.
Sit there.
Thanks. I'm so emo today. And
Avril is punk, I'll have you know. She's not emo.
honestly, Will is like the biggest Avril Lavigne fan.
I know all her
I've ever
songs.
met. He's not kidding. Like, it sounds funny, but it's not kidding.
It sounds funny, but it's actually sad.
We're gonna put your acting skills to the test today, because you're like the hyper character, right?
I mean, honestly, we could switch and I could play Avril. At this point. If Sydney taps out, I'm picking it right back up as Avril. I'll just let you know right now. But I am actually going to be playing Flea today from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and my special power is that I can turn into a giant flea and do crazy stuff, fly around and hit stuff.
You're the only character who was actually exposed to the apocalyptic blast, but because of being a flea, you're indestructible, right? There you go.
Pretty much. And thanks to Hulk Hogan's 24-inch python for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend.
Ooh,
You're
yeah.
a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you for joining us today. So before we start today's show and we get into it, I'll remind you guys of a few ways you can interact with the game and get things going. Thanks to T-Mac Burninator for following. Welcome, my friend, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. So if you are new, first thing you can do is hit that follow button and join us. We hit 20 followers today. You guys are going to decide what happens next in our game. We call these viewer decisions. We get to give you your ideas, we put them into a straw poll, and the most popular one happens. If you haven't already tweeted out, the same thing will happen at 20 retweets again. And also, you can subscribe these days to the Encounter Roleplays, and with 5 subs, we'll do the same thing. So, also thanks to Ranger3277 for following. You're a gentleman and a scholar, sir, so we're getting very close there. Other things you can do, you can donate to affect our game. You can give players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges. Today we're playing Open Legend, which is a free game you can try on this website here, openlegendrpg.com. Got a new free module out of Star Wars Fallen, which we played here, and you can go ahead and find the rules that we're playing today for free. So if you're confused, have any questions about Open Legend, ask us here, because Brian is the creator, the mastermind behind Open Legend, the man that we hold personally responsible for it. So, other than that, I think we're all ready to dive into today's session and begin. So, Brian, take us away to a land far, far away.
Yeah, if only it were further.
Wow.
So what happened as a result of the no one saw it coming on what is it, November 12th or 13th or something, I don't know. The day after the election results came in, what happened? It turned out, much to everyone's surprise, that the presidential candidates revealed their true form as the victor, President Clump, emerged from. So while standing on the podium side by side, they merged into one, and it turns out that they had this planned all along, as nuclear war was inevitable, and of course, Russia was not a fan of any of this kind of shenanigans, and they launched their their payload directly at the U.S. and unfortunately, because of the mutually assured destruction of the Doomsday device, automatic retaliation was guaranteed, and so.
He has not Clump the weapon of mass destruction in question.
Yeah, hold on. Wait a second. I gotta get. Let's see if I can
Make the underworld great again.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, let's see if I can quickly get Clump in here. No, it's trees. Okay. Unfortunately, I will show a picture of Clump when somebody else is doing some talking later, and I can get it. But in any case, you guys. So as I was saying before, what's happened is all of the solar work that was gone into creating a solar infrastructure had basically zero value because of the green-gray cloud that blots out the sun throughout the land. And only the few hydroelectric plants actually create useful energy, and so they're formed like little communes around these hydroelectric power plants. And you guys are in one of them. Not only are you in one of them, you are the house band for the particular one where you guys are located. We'll put you guys in Columbia, Maryland. That just sounds right.
Perfect.
I'm gonna crash before we even get off the ground here. There
it is.
There is Clump. That's exactly what I was looking for. That is it. That is our great leader. And so.
Thanks to Zero Hit Combo for following. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
That's great. We don't even need a map. That's just going to be like.
This is our combat map for today.
So the other unfortunate side effect was all of those CDs and DVDs that were created since 2002. Well, no. Anyway, whatever. No, that's not right. But they don't work anymore because of they basically. It has to have an adapter that plugs into like a USB port, like a cell phone would. Everybody knows that. And so since those don't have those things, they just don't work, right? So there's no DVD players. There's no, it's just these monitors that are tethered to people's cell phones, or laptop computers. So anyway, you guys managed to find old vinyl. And so you guys, your musical influences consist entirely of anything that could be found on vinyl and nothing else because it doesn't exist otherwise.
Well, it's okay because I've gone platinum and I've got loads of vinyl.
All right, so, you guys, oh man, this is terrible. Why am I doing this?
Why not's the better question.
Yeah. So you guys are hanging out. So just to sort of set the scene and get you guys sort of introduced to each other, like let's go ahead and let's kick things off and how do you guys what do you guys like to spend your time doing? Tell us a little bit about your characters at the compound here.
I like to smoke trees, man.
Yeah.
Smoke trees.
Smoke trees.
I enjoy
else do
turning
you?
into a giant flea
You know what?
and flying around the place so that I'm free like a bird or a flea. Occasionally I'll suck the blood out of someone that was fighting against. He's the regime, man, and I've got to fight against it.
Yeah.
So that's what I get up to.
Trying to marketize everything we do.
Trying to democratize everything.
Make all the money.
Nice.
You sell out.
Yeah, I want our Apocalyptic band to have cozies and toilet paper.
That's amazing.
Our logo all over it.
That's awesome. You create these, you manufacture these cozies that you put all of your empty beer bottles that don't have any beer inside, in,
We're
right?
gonna take the label off the beer bottles and put our logo on the beer bottle.
There we go.
Right. Oh, that's amazing. Avril, how about you? She is.
What do you do?
Me?
Didn't even know.
I guess I spend my time sharpening eyeliner and riding around on my super fast skateboard. I'm the best.
You're going to poke your eye out, woman.
Oh, nice.
I
Did
will
you,
use it as a weapon.
Nice.
Like a
Did
shiv.
you get that character sheet I sent you? You got that? All right, sweet.
I'm ready.
So your superpower is that when you're on your skateboard, you can teleport and haste yourself, right? So there's that. It's gonna be pretty. It's you. If only we can inject a little bit of that into the real city.
I imagine that Avril goes around stealing other people's boyfriends.
Oh,
Oh!
nice.
I'm on the prowl.
Padding around.
All right. So what happens is, so you guys play your sold out show. You played your sold out show the night before, and surprisingly, everyone from the compound showed up. All 15 of them, and you guys are basically rock legends at this point. Probably the most popular rock band in the entire United States right now. Just wanted to put that in perspective. And you awaken from a deep sleep to a repetitive sound. Instinctively, you glance, you reach to turn off the alarm on your cell phone, glancing at it, and are annoyed to find out that it's only 10:30 in the morning and you never did set your alarm last night. As you close your eyes to sort of attempt to drift back to sleep, into the sweet nothingness, a loud banging sound comes from the garage-like utility door of the compound. And what do you all do? I assume you're all passed out on a couch or something like that.
Probably my normal state of being. Are there any Doritos?
Yeah, those are immune to irradiation. So
Mountain Dew had those make it too, right?
yeah, you guys are basically.
You have to have Doritos.
Doritos and Mountain Dew are the only surviving food provisions. Yeah. Maybe. Well, I can't take it from Twinkies. I'm sure there's still some Twinkies that they stopped making
Ooh.
Flea's taken some pretty hard drugs. And so this is nothing different for Flea, really.
Yeah.
So I just kind of like flip out of bed, and my Flea kind of wings
Nice.
just kind of flop around a bit.
So you wake up as a flea?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I've been known to wake up as a flea before.
How big is this flea? Are you like a normal size?
Well,
Are you like
at the
size
moment
of a
I'm like
bike?
halfway through transformation. So he's kind of had like a wet flea dream, in that like he turns into a flea, and then he kind of actually does. So I've just got the wings at this point, but you never know.
There's like a dark forest, and it's like there's you in the middle of
there
it,
is.
and then the zoom out, and it's like the back of a wet dog.
Delicious.
All right, so yeah, Flea's the champ. He's I imagine Mrs. Marley's probably also pretty. Well, are you Mrs. Marley or Bob Marley?
Babette. Babsy, short.
Babs.
Babs.
We go by Babs.
So you guys are both probably pretty resilient in this kind of hard day's night.
Yeah.
But Flea said it first, so he's the first one. So you get to the door, Flea, and
He's got it.
there is like a slat, that you can like open or close here on this. It's this gigantic door. Just to be clear, it's like 40 feet wide, 30 feet tall, or something like that. But in it, you have this little sliding thing.
So yeah, I kind of open it up. Actually, I turn to the group and say, "Hey guys."
That's amazing. All right. Okay, and nobody reacts, so we'll move
No.
on.
Especially not
Well, see,
Babs.
when I woke up, I had to kick whoever else was in my bed in with me and pick up my backpack full of like our logo cozies and beer bottles and trudge out the door. I literally just like boot them out.
Nice. You just like give them a shove with the foot, like right off the bed.
Yeah, it's nothing new to them.
That's right. They're used to it.
This is a
They'll
standard
live.
day.
They'll get over it.
Yeah.
Standard day in the apocalypse.
Huh?
It's true. So you open this sliding door slat here.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you peer through the slat outside, initially blinded by the well, oh no, we don't have much sun, so you're not blinded by the sun. Okay, take Recon. No.
Maybe by our standards.
Yeah. I mean, you guys live in like a cave, basically. So by your standards, it's bright outside. And at first, it takes your eyes a moment to adjust, but after they do, what you spot on the outside is they're a group, and you can't even count. You're not sure exactly how many of them there are, but they have very, very orange faces and very bright white rings around their eyes, and they appear to have submachine guns slung across over their shoulders. And when you open the slat and they spot you, roll me. Well, actually, no, I don't have. You don't roll. I roll. I will roll this. Hold on a second.
I'm gonna be like, "Hey guys, I think we got a problem."
All right. So let's see. RD 20 bang plus.
Can I already go ahead and disappear on my skateboard?
Okay, so 12 against your resolve, Will. Does that hit?
Where is my sheet?
Do you even have one?
No. I thought you were making ones. Why did everyone get one except for me? I feel so left out. Everyone else here has a sheet.
I was trying to make everybody. So your
I
resolve.
imagine 12 would be my resolve.
No, 12. You did a lot of hard drugs, so your resolve would be higher than 12.
That's true, yeah.
That's true. So, I don't know, Sydney, you can be the record keeper or something, like open a character sheet for him and start changing something. I don't know. But we'll say that your resolve is like 4, so, or 14 for now. So that misses. So what happens is you, a gigantic orange cloud basically bursts through the slat. All of you guys see Flea sort of disappear into this gigantic orange cloud, and you don't know if you're not sure if he's okay or what's going on over there. And Will, you're unable to see anything, but you're also you're lucky to not be knocked unconscious by this gigantic cloud.
Okay.
The punish.
So far, I have not spied what's outside the door because honestly, Babs gives 0 fucks.
Yeah, that's
I'm like, Clump, no! As this is happening. Whilst they're trying to suck me into the cloud.
You guys have heard legend of these elite sort of SS like task force called the Clump staffers.
Yeah, the Clumpers. The Clumpinators.
The Clumptons. Clumper.
They all were wearing strange looking toupees as well. And so what do you do, Will? Exactly.
This is tough. I think I'm gonna turn into a giant flea.
Let's spend all of your.
But the way I do that, the way I turn into a flea, is I get the bass guitar off my back, and I do a face melting solo, which sounds like huge, despite not being plugged into any amps, and then I transform into a giant flea.
Amazing.
That's incredible. Oh man, yeah. Let me just like pick up this piece of my face here. All right.
Yeah.
Is it that you're just using your flea carapace as like a resonating chamber for your bass
Yes.
guitar?
Yeah, it's like my own amp.
Yeah, he rubs his hind legs together, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like a cricket flea hybrid now.
And then I'm gonna jump on one. I'm gonna
Okay,
jump
well,
on one and giant flea form.
They're on the other side of the door. So, are you tiny also, or no? You're giant, so you can't fit through the slat on the door.
Oh yeah. Can I get my nozzle out? My like
These little feelers.
Please don't have an extending nose.
this flea does.
Why not?
Isn't that called a proboscis?
Yeah, you're proboscis.
Yeah, my proboscis. I'm kind of a mosquito slash flea. And I say, suck my kiss. As I
Oh, there it is. Oh, that's excellent. Oh man, I wonder like what percentage of these references are going to go over what percentage of the audience had tonight. Oh, that is a great song. I love that song. Anyway, so roll it. So we're gonna make up your stats as we go here. Now you've just acquired a an agility of 6 since you're 6th level, which means you can have a 6 in agility, unlike 5th level.
and
That would be 2d8.
2d8, yeah.
RD20 plus 2d8.
12.
Beautiful. 12. Okay, so on a 12, it appears that the frock that the Clump staffers are wearing, it seems to be reinforced with some sort of titanium woven into the fabric itself. As your proboscis attempts to sort of just pierce and suck the lifeblood out of whatever this staffer. However, so anyway, it glances off of the reinforced frock material. So let's see, what's everybody else doing in the meantime?
So, how far? Like we're all in the same room, right? We all came out of the same room.
Yeah, you guys are all. This is like So
Okay.
Will's about 40 feet away from you all, on the other side of the room here. It's like, imagine that you're just sleeping on like a series of broken up couches in like an aircraft hangar. You know what I mean? It's like it's like half a mile across, and you guys are just like this little dot in the middle of the thing.
Guys, we gotta take him on the other side.
So he's blocking this doorway, right?
Yeah, he is blocking the doorway currently because the doorway is like this 40-foot wide, 30-foot tall, gigantic like garage door.
So
And, he's attempted to shoot his proboscis through the slat, and in through the slat is like this bright orange gas
Pretty
going.
sexy, huh?
So there's a room. If I ran and jumped and like laid on his back, I could breathe fire through the garage door.
Yeah, for all you know, the gas is even flammable.
Yeah,
We'll
exactly.
find out. Okay, perfect. Sounds good to me. All right, so go ahead and roll an energy roll to see how your fire breath, how much damage you do. And what we'll do is, because it is in fact flammable, you can add advantage. So the way this works is you have 2d8, but we're going to make it like 4d8 instead, and then K2 at the end of the formula. So it looks like this. I'll give an example roll.
So 48, you said?
Yeah, 48 K2.
K2. I think I did it.
So like that. Oh, you got it. Damn, he's fast. Beat me.
I used your sheet, man.
We just rolled the same thing. Do you see that?
It's insane. It was meant to be.
This is incredible. So on a 27, what happens is the orange gas is indeed flammable, as you just see it just ignite, and it's fortunate for Flea that he has a +10 to all of his defenses because of his armored carapace.
Yes, it is.
So let's say you're, in all seriousness, Will, feel free to actually make up your character as we go along here.
I have a sheet now.
Okay.
You're welcome.
So 27 is against your evasion, Will, and plus 10 for being a flea to all of your evasion.
Oh, in that case, then my evasion is 29. So
I would say he passes.
Yeah,
good luck
so
hitting me.
much in character for your flea self. You
Yes.
are immune. The staffers, you see their faces ignite as the orange, whatever this weird goop is all over their face. You just see their faces literally ablaze, like one of those flaming skulls, as like their hair catches on fire, and they just sort of reel, and just sort of reel back from the slat. So that's your turn. What are you guys doing, Avril and Babs?
I imagine by now I've noticed this commotion and I'm like, Jesus Christ, can you please fucking calm down? So, since I've already been preparing my lovely brew, or what, this isn't a brew, this is a, what would you call something that is gaseous?
Oxys?
Hey,
The
my
Vape Nation.
haze. I've been preparing my haze. I'm just going to like put hands on side of the couch, slowly stand up, wobble a little bit, and I would like to just come over and like slap a hand over both of them and just that. You guys really need to calm down, and I just want to let it all loose.
nice. So you're going to debuff your team. That's excellent. Roll an enchantment roll for that.
Yep. Well, I imagine that I'm like, you fuckers outside also fucking calm down.
Yeah.
Using way too much emotion. Either come inside and smoke or leave.
Definitely. And in case anyone, in case anyone watching all of this crazy bullshit thinks that there is no rules behind this, you are wrong, my friends.
There's a whole system created for this.
you would be wrong to believe that.
We're embracing the nature of the campaign. It's heavy metal. We're breaking the rules.
So I'm rolling enchantment for that?
Yeah, yes, you are. And roll 5d8 K2. So it's
In addition, or
It's RD20 Bang Bang plus 5d8 K2 Bang Bang, if that. And you can see almost identical to Arc Zombie's previous. Yeah, you got it. 28. Look, almost the perfect number. So what happens on a 28 is you have a 29 flea, right? So you barely.
I can't be.
Flea cannot be
Not hurting.
calmed. That's actually perfect, right? Like
Yes.
you can't calm Flea down. So what happens is, as she comes over and lets out a gigantic hit from this like, what is your preference? Is this a bong or a joint?
I'm trying to think of like. I think that what she uses to inoculate everyone else would be like the one of those giant incense burners that just like lets off lots of smoke. But then she would also have like a holstered bong, like a bong holster, maybe
Okay.
2 even.
A bong stack.
A backup bong just in case.
Always bring a backup.
Excellent. So what happens is as you sort of as this haze, almost like a mystical incense sensor, just sort of envelops everyone when you get over there. It causes all of it debuffs successfully all of our the Trump staffers as well. Clump staffers. I didn't say that. But unfortunately, Gene Simmons, I don't think you have a 29, so you're debuffed as a result of this. So you now have the demoralized pain, which means you have disadvantage 2 on your rolls now, and as do all of the opponents. So, Sydney, what about you?
I just want to get away, like on my skateboard.
You're just gonna get away.
I'm not confrontational.
You're non-confrontational unless there's mascara involved.
I take out my pain on
Eyeliner.
myself. I don't like to look it upon others.
She's there playing the sad piano tracks.
She's providing the background music, just like
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
scoring the piece right now.
One piano track from the old Hulk show. He's walking away.
All right, nice. So we've got these debuffed flaming Clump staffers on the other side of the door, and on that note, it's their go. So the first one is going to attempt to break down the door.
And thanks to Geomancy God for following, as well as I missed Sanya earlier. Welcome, you're both gentlefolk and scholars. Thank you for joining us.
So let's see.
Yeah, what can I say, guys? The clump is on the screen because sex sells, and you know. Yeah, you gotta get those views. You know? We're actually backing Clump for presidency. We've been sponsored by Clump too.
Is Clump really Dave Mustaine?
Yeah.
Oh man, sorry guys. I know you guys can't help yourselves. But you're just gonna have to abstain. So on a 19, the first Clump staffer, seemingly out of nowhere, pulls like the type of axe that a fireman would have, and just wails down on the door. Thanks to the debuff from Foxy, it's not quite enough to break down the door, and then the next one sort of steps in, see if they can, and on a 20, they do sort of much like a tin can. You see like the door split as like a sort of crevice begins to open so that they can make their way through, and it's tough for them to get through because they haven't opened a very wide slat gash in the door here, but the other 3 do manage to make their way through, and as they do, they pull out what looks like one of those caulk guns, except it's got this bright orange canister in the front of it, and as they pull the trigger, you see yet another one of these orange clouds erupt. So this time, it's only going to be 3d6.
So we've actually just hit 20 retweets, Brian, which means we're going to have a viewer decision at this crucial point in the story.
I
I hope this doesn't mess with your intricate plot too much. But so for those of you who don't know, you guys are going to throw out some ideas into the chat as to what could happen next. It really could be anything. It could be that these guys all turn into giant clump dinosaurs and start attacking us. Throw out your ideas into the chat. Underneath this line here, we'll take some ideas, and underneath that line, we'll put them into a straw poll. The most popular decision will happen. So get voting and throw some ideas in.
Oh man, that's excellent. All right, so, this gigantic orange cloud erupts, and so Avril is the only one not in the blast radius. 41 as you guys are very lucky. As unfortunately my 41 doesn't deal damage because I was rolling a bane attack. So you are blinded and you no longer can see as this orange, gaseous orange. It's like mustard gas except orange instead of yellow. You just feel your eyes being, there's a caustic, corrosive quality about it, and you begin to just claw at your eyes. As a gigantic orange cloud just erupts.
Please tell me, is it turning us orange as well?
Oh hell yeah, it's turning orange. You better believe it.
My skin! My beautiful skin!
You look
take
back
out
at
my
Flea and
spray
nothing
paint.
has changed.
Spray it on my mouth.
What? I don't get it.
Oh man, this is great. So you guys are all blinded now, affected by the blinded bane, which means you can't see Jack. And the fourth and fifth clump staffer bursts in, and let's see.
I want to know how they found us. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to know that.
They found us filthy liberals.
Screaming, do you know? Do you?
So the first one's gonna. They look intimidated by by Flea's armored carapace, and so they figure that Jean looks like the easy one to pick off, and so 20 versus your evasion, Jean, as they level their submachine. The other two level their submachine guns at you.
As the kind of cloud comes over me, I'm just covered in scar tissue.
Oh, you're terrible. And then the last one is only an 11, which does nothing. So these submachine guns, as all stormtrooper weapons, have no real effect. Well, you might take like 1 point of damage. What's your evasion, Mark?
Let's see. Evasion.
Oh, what these are.
Oh, here it is. 22.
22. Okay, so yeah, the 20 and the 11 both have no effect on your character. Other than the white parts on his face makeup turning orange, Gene's is doing okay, it seems. So we're back to the top with Flea.
I do quickly want to do like a quick moment here, seeing it's on the hour. We've got a straw poll going. So go ahead and vote on our straw poll, guys. If you haven't followed, hit that follow button and join us. If you've retweeted, we'll have another one at 30 retweets. But I've got some extra special news for you. You can, for just $5 $5 a month, you could get Giant President Clump. By just subscribing to Encounter Roleplay, Clump could be in your life too. Think about it now. Think about the warm caress of Clump on your skin.
The orange caress.
Yes.
I need something to vomit in right now.
All right. So bit too sexy. Sorry. No. So Flea is going to unleash his bass guitar and smack someone in the face with it.
Oh, that's excellent.
And I don't mean that as a euphemism. I do mean that as actually his bass guitar gets with that. And smacks him in the face with his bass string.
This is
Really
like
out the donger.
this may be a more obscure reference, but this happens in The Big Lebowski for anyone who uncultured swine who have not seen The Big Lebowski. I recommend. Flea does indeed beat an answering machine to death with his bass guitar. All right, so that being said, what do you got for me? Did you roll?
Yes, what should I roll? Let me find my sheet. My might, which I'm excellently shit at. Let's try that one.
It's not that bad.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it was pretty bad. That's an
So
11.
did you give yourself no attack attributes? Is that the case here?
Yeah. I don't need attack attributes because my music is red hot.
Okay, on an 11, the titanium weave frock being worn by the staff clumpers, it just glances off of them. They literally laugh at you as you, when it's tiny flea rage, wind up with your bass guitar.
Yeah. Tiny arms. From all the heroin. All of it.
Next up is, who's it, Gene?
Probably.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, you're not a flea anymore, right?
Oh, are you or not?
I mean,
I mean, I was kind of on your back.
yeah, let's.
On the inside, I'm always a flea.
Exactly. On the outside, I'm not.
So, like, I would like to, like, have a sword, so I'd like to, like, flail towards, like, the entrance they came in at and just try to hit somebody, because I'm blinded, right?
You are blinded. It is a perfect time to release a gout of flame, which indiscriminately targets allies and enemies alike, if you think about it.
Best not to
Are we,
think about it.
are we still in that big cloud? Then yes.
Yeah, you're in the big cloud. It's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
You'll get advantage on your roll, advantage 2 on top of whatever you normally would have, which is just
So the same thing again.
I imagine
Yeah.
Clump's like slogan is "Orange is the new orange."
41. Okay. All right. Wow. So on a 41.
Awesome.
Wow. Damn, dude. So what we're gonna say is because of the because of your blindedness, you're not clear on where all of them are.
Yeah.
What happens is there are 5 of them total, and two were breaking down the door, and then the other 3 made it in last round. But the 2 that are on the outside of the door, they managed to sort of take cover as this gout of flame erupts. But the other 3 inside, if you were able to see, which you're not, you well, actually, roll me a d20 before that, because you can so the way Banes work in Open Legend is they're sticky until you try to resist them. The way you resist them is, as our friend has done, roll a d20 on a 10 or better, you shake off that particular Bane. So he succeeded, so you actually are not blinded. Same thing still happens because of these guys being on the outside, stuff like that. But but you see this orange cloud get consumed by the fiery inferno of your fiery breath, and you literally just see all of the flesh just evaporate and char, leaving these black skeletons. As except for the skeletons have like these titanium indestructible frocks on. And they're just with frocks and skeletons, and they crumple to their knees and fall forward.
I would pick them up and put our logo on it, and then put it in my backpack.
All right, so
By the way, it looks like the straw poll with 40% of the votes is V-Rock Obama climbs up from the hells and offers each party member a magical instrument.
What this?
oh man,
Barack
that's
Obama.
I think that's Vrock, like the demons, the vulture demons.
Ah, yeah.
So yeah, okay. So when's that poll closing? Anyway, I guess we'll keep working on this combat. We'll see what happens after. So next up is Foxy.
How many of them are left now? Is it any of them?
There's 2 on the outside, but you don't know. You guys haven't got a good look outside because of like the sun and the orange cloud, and so you're not sure if there are more out there. But
We might need to fight them with democracy. By which I mean guns.
Do they have tiny hands?
Guns and eagles is what I mean.
guns and eagles. Sorry, the eagles are the only ones that can combat the rocks.
The eagles are coming.
They're gonna tell everyone to take it easy. So I can't even do this. What's happening, Foxy? It's your go. What are you doing? Yeah, there may be more than 2 outside, but you know there are at least 2.
I would like to honestly try and turn them to our side. I would like to convince them to give up their orange ways, and I feel like these carrot people should honestly
roll enchantment. Roll enchantment. So that would be on your character sheet, and then you have that bonus because of attack specialization that I mentioned. So it's like 5d8k2 or whatever.
So I'm only rolling the 5d8k blah blah blah, right?
Yeah, but with it, well, the whole d20 plus 5d8. Just copy that formula. That's good. It includes 20. So,
Hey.
damn, that is an.
That is incredibly shit. Like,
I'm just really high, so I'm like, nah.
Good God.
monumental levels of really bad. That's impressive.
So high, I'm just like, nah.
Relate to
I think the average roll for that dice set is like 25 or something like that.
Yeah.
We aim to please here.
So Babs Marley fails at the modest task, which was her charge, and Avril, what are you doing there? We need to get you some coffee, Sydney.
Did I go away on my skateboard? And if I did, where did I go?
Yeah, I don't know. Where did you go? You're in this big, cavernous, empty warehouse, mostly. There's all bits of furniture like that are broken up and strewn about. You have like, there's like a few different pockets. There's like 15 other people and in like little groups of 5. And there's like a quarter mile between each of them because of like the size of this gigantic compound,
Okay, well, I need to go.
But there's all kinds of like junk if you want to, craft some legendary garbage item or something. I mean, I don't know what it is exactly that you want to do. Also, you're very fast on your skateboard, so you can zip around in this complex pretty quickly.
Okay, well, I need to go somewhere where I can be alone because the situation has really inspired me, and I need to write a song.
I imagine as we see Avril like teleport away, there's a shot of an HTC phone which she's sponsored by, like in all of her music videos, which I totally
Oh my god.
haven't watched. Crazy.
Avril, are you overcome by emotion right
Yes.
now?
Oh wait.
Stop!
That's right. Sorry.
May the real Avril please respond?
Please.
Yes.
I want to also point out
You
that,
see, like, as I'm like hopping on my magical skateboard, you see like streams of eyeliner start to run down because I'm just
No
so
woman, no
overcome
cry.
with
No woman, no cry.
my musical genius.
When you're gone, pieces of my heart, I'll miss you. I think that goes a bit like that, maybe. I don't know.
I was thinking like one that might be more fitting.
Yeah.
Right here.
Okay.
So Babs is trying to unleash, but unfortunately, the very slow crawl of your like haze is not anywhere near fast enough to catch the speedy skateboard of Avril.
Yep.
And I do also want to point out that the sign of the second apocalypse is upon us as chat has found the Dorito icon. I just want to say, I love that. All right. So you're running. So I expect a limerick next round, Sydney. As the party bard, a limerick.
You actually want me to?
Do you want Avril Lavigne to write her own song?
Rough.
Right.
10 out of 10.
That's right. Flea, you can write it. All right. So next up is indeed Flea, as we're back at the top of the turn here. So what do you got for me?
That's me, right?
Yeah, that's you.
Okay, then there's still 3 of them left.
There's 2 outside at least that you know of. You're not sure if there's more than that or not, because again, you got blinded by this hideous orange cloud, this noxious gas.
Okay, I'm going to. Ooh, I'm gonna flea mode it up, and I'm gonna proboscis to one of the guys.
Okay.
What do I roll? Is that agility?
I don't know. Which agility or might, either one's fine. Whichever you
Alright,
have.
we'll do agility. It's slightly better. 25.
Okay. 25. Okay. So on a 25, you manage to basically. Let's see. Oh, they didn't take damage from Flea's thing. So your proboscis does indeed damage this one particular guy. However, so it manages to pierce through the armor-like hide of the titanium enforced frock, and you get just a little taste of blood, but it doesn't seem that you've drained too much life force from this staffer. But yeah.
All right.
And anything else you're doing there? So you turned into a flea, right?
I do, yeah. I turn into a giant flea.
Okay.
That is correct.
Yeah. So that would be your turn. So Ark, you're up.
Okay, so I'd be on my feet now, right? Because he changed full size.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
Well, I'd like to like slide off on the same side where the hole is.
yeah, sure.
Can I fit my head and like one of my shoulders through the door and like just like scout flame in like a cone?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Or an arc. An arc is more of what I'm talking about.
No, that's fine. So go ahead and roll your first attack here, your flame
Is it
attack.
the same or is it the 2d8 this time? Because there's no smoke.
It is. Do you have attack specialization at all?
I have the multi. And
Yeah, but you also have attack specialization fire. So
yeah.
technically, I think you underrolled previously because I think it's actually like 7d8 K2, and because you normally would have 5d8 K2. So
Okay.
you roll 5d8 K2 right now. Undersold yourself before, but that's all right.
It's okay. It still did the desired effect.
Sometimes you eat the bear, and sometimes he eats you.
More dice, lower number. That's the way it works.
Yeah, 20. So 22 on a 22. Unfortunately, in the absence of this orange, hideous orange cloud, you do not have the help from the flammable gas, and it does some damage to them, and they appear to be partially on fire, but it doesn't seem to be a severe hit.
Would their chest plates like heat up to where it like starts scalding them? Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely hotter after that. So I'll give you that. So you're working your way in that direction for
Okay, cool.
So next up is Foxy, and then somebody just followed. You followed. Will, see that? Never mind. Go ahead, Foxy. You're up.
So with these 2 that are left, I do have a giant, not an urn, a giant like incense bowl just full of like really resiny nasty shit. I would like to just, I feel like they are beyond saving, and I would like to try one last attempt to bring them to Zion. And I would like to just dump all of the incense on them and just give them like one huge, giant, massive hit of scalding, burning, resiny, nasty weed.
All right, sounds good. Roll. I guess roll enchantment to see if the power of your the power.
They will be saved.
That's right. One good thing about music is when it hits you, you feel no pain. So 23. So on a 23, yeah. Unfortunately, it appears that you notice you notice something happen as, and this is only keen eyes that are very astute and observant, such as yours, could see such a thing. But it seems that as this billowing cloud sort of wafts and just envelops all of these clumpers, that it appears that the orange mask, that the orange face is actually a mask, because what happens is you're able to tell, although very difficult, that through the nostrils, none of the vapor, not much of the vapor sort of goes in through. So it's almost like it must not be sort of like breathing through there or something like that. You're not, it's never such inhuman demonic sorcery before.
Are they melting?
Well,
The ones I've killed?
Yeah, the face masks, the faces do melt and begin to slide off a little bit now that you mentioned it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the masks are not resistant to my flame. I wanted something else to sell. I gotta put stickers on everything.
Yeah, well,
Gotta rebrand.
yeah. You'll have to change the course of action from fire gout if you're gonna capture those masks alive. So next up is who do we got now? Avril. Do we have that? That song?
Can I just mention, by the way, before we got streaming, Brian said Avril Lavigne.
He did.
Oh, man.
Don't know if Brian knows who Avril Lavigne is.
There's a boss over here. I threw you under it.
I hate you, Will.
Skater boy, hello.
Dude, look, I can't help it.
Don't make me play it, Brian.
If there are any diehard Avril Lavigne fans out there, with all my heart, I am sorry that I've never listened to any music by her ever in my life.
What the hell?
Song, Brian. You wouldn't know it's a song. It's a song by Apple.
It's art. You wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't understand, you barbarian, with your bearded ways. All right, so.
Anyways, Avril's turn.
Avril's turn. What do you got for
Honestly,
us?
like, I tried to get Chad to help me. The only thing I got was the title, which would be Clumplicated Gas.
All right. Do you share that information with your compatriots? I wonder. You know, you've got that you've come up with the title, even though you don't have the lyrics yet.
Yeah, I'll go back. I like to work on it as a group. I feel like that.
Yeah, the collaboration.
Yeah, that's what makes us so strong.
That's true. Yeah. Okay.
I lay down a bass.
Do we need a
riff.
group hug?
Yeah. You lay down a bass riff, and everybody gets advantage one for the next round because of being inspired by the title. It's complicated. Is that what it is?
Yeah, sure.
Wait, what did you? Sorry, I forgot it already. What was it really, Sid?
It was Clumplicated Gas.
Okay, complicated
She
gas.
said
Okay.
poetically.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. So back at the top, or no, the clumpers go after Avril.
Yeah.
And as it turns out, much to your dismay, it turns out that there is a shit ton of other clumpers outside that were not seen before, since you guys hadn't really until Gene poked his head through the breach. You spot like a whole bunch more of them. So this one, since Gene is sort of exposed right now, you see about 5 submachine guns leveled in your direction as they unleash hell on you. 18 and 12 and 21 and 25 and 12. Damn, that's pretty lucky that you didn't take a ton more damage. All right, so you know how this works is you whatever your defense is, you subtract your defense from the roll, and that's how much damage you take. So 18, 12, 21, 25, and so the 25 does a few points. All right, next up is Flea. We're back at the top.
So, there are 5 guys with submachine guns on Rickard at this point.
Yeah. He's got his head peeked out through this through the breach, and he sort of exposed himself. It's full of great words today. As they all, you just hear like against the this gigantic garage door as this.
I remember hitting one. Are there still two left in the room with us?
No, all the ones in. There were two outside.
Okay.
Chopped a gigantic hole in the door, but everybody inside got charred, like evaporated by Jean's mighty breath weapon.
Okay. I'm gonna say to the guys, like, it looks like we're in a tough spot. Maybe we should get out of here.
Okay.
Maybe we should jump, and I just jump around like a flea, to show that. Yeah, but I'm not a flea at this point. So what I do is I take off all of my clothes, I rip them off, I put a sock over my penis, and
It's only a matter of time.
and I perform a face-melting bass solo.
A face melting bass solo, which
Yes.
has you have like a D6 on that, right?
Yeah.
Let's see it. Let's see how effective that.
All right. This is using the pure force of my might on a 21.
On a 21.
There we go.
You
For
see,
those of you who don't know, Flea actually did perform with nothing but a sock once. That's why it's all references.
Yeah.
It's not my mind that's weird, guys.
well, also, yeah, it's totally normal, guys. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Will's a-okay. There's also the Blood Sugar Sex Magic promo poster, which has all of them with just socks on their penises. There's that. So that okay, all right. Well, on a 21, you cause mild discomfort as the reverberation of the titanium enforced frock on each of them sort of like they look more annoyed than anything else. And next up is Ark here.
So can I see how many of them do I see? Too many to count real quick?
There appear to be 5 of them out here.
They're probably spread out if they're using machine guns, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can only get 4 of them in one blast, but you can get 4 because of your gigantic 4x4 blast area.
Well, why not? It's worked so well so far.
Sure did.
Not this time.
13. Excellent. So you feel like as you let out this gigantic blast of gout of flame, you unfortunately, as you go to do it, you accidentally backwash swallow some of the gasoline.
Yes.
And you just begin to cough and spit up non-flaming, just spray,
Just kind of just
liquid gasoline.
Drooling gasoline.
And you will have disadvantage on your next action because of your epic failure.
Nice.
And next up is Foxy. What do you got?
So I want to just start doing some really weird, super high dance and start saying, "What you gonna do?
Capoeira.
What you gonna do when they come for you, bad boys, bad boys?" But I'd like to. I would like to.
I must have missed this album. Go ahead.
It's the B-sides. The unreleased tracks.
Hold on, I gotta link. So with that, I would like to attempt to buff my teammates to save my very slow, swaggering ass.
All right, nice. So roll it. Debuff it is.
Alrighty.
28. All right. The
take
perfect
it.
number. As the clumpers, they all look like they are. They all look like they're really second guessing their life decisions right now. They seem very introspective as they sort of glance at each other like with a turned up eyebrow, like as if are we sure about this? You know.
Carriage people should be ashamed.
I'm like, preach, brother. Down, 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 down.
Carrot people. Now we're on to the Tool references. That's good.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize.
These
Right.
are the cries of the carrots.
You're right. I forgot about that song. Love it.
I love it. Nice. Somebody should have been. I don't even know. They succeeded at being so anonymous. I can't even remember the name of
James
them.
Maynard Keenan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So they are debuffed, and who is? And you also managed to sort of like damage their resolve, so they seem sort of worn down. So in an indirect way, they've taken damage in addition to being debuffed.
Yes.
So Avril, how's that song coming along? No dice, not yet.
I think I need to return back to the action to get some more inspiration.
Yeah.
She's been like spray painting the walls.
You should beat somebody with your skateboard.
Okay,
Angst needs an
I
outlet.
can do that.
And thanks to Stupid Waffle for falling. Welcome to Avenge My Friend. You're a gentle waffle and a scholar.
You're not
I
stupid.
would like to
You're a
run
waffle.
over people with my skateboard. As well as like me being on it. If that was not implied. I'm on it and running over people.
Nice. Perfect. So in that note, given your character's special abilities, you can invoke your haste, right, so that you get an extra action and you move 15 feet faster. So there's that. So then you manage to zip quickly back to the fight, to the epicenter of the battle here, and land an epic kickflip as you vault off of Flea through the open door, and then roll me a agility roll.
Okay.
To or might, either one, depending on how you want to do this.
They're just not good enough for you.
16.
16. Yeah.
Always
Unfortunately,
16.
that's
Constant 16.
you wind up and you swing. You try to crack one of the Clump staffers over the head with this skateboard, but the rather dull and impervious to logic skull just reverberates in your hands as you drop your skateboard because of the titanium reinforced skull that you weren't aware of. So that's it for your go. Oh wait, you can actually pick up your skateboard and attack again, because I forgot you're hasted, so you have an extra normal action.
That's awesome.
So you can do it. You can attack again, but you have disadvantage this time, unfortunately, because of the shock.
Skateboard, because I also have sharpened eyeliner that I want to use as a dagger.
Nice. You don't need this.
What do
All right,
I
give
roll
it to
for
me.
that?
Yeah, that agility, I think, to
All
stab
right.
somebody in the eyes with.
Yeah, page 12 of Open Legend, guys, for the sharpened eyeliner equipment.
Yes.
Find it here.
20.
Okay, on this one, you managed to get just you're like trying to force down the eyeliner into the, and they're like holding their hands up, and you manage,
I've just got out of my scene phase.
you manage to sort of just barely touch part of the eye that you're trying to line with the eyeliner, as you see a black smear on their face, and if you can keep up this momentum, you might gouge the eye out next round, but they've managed to sort of prevent your onslaught for now. But next up is the Clumpers. They will, let's see, we're gonna, the one that you're attacking, Sydney, returns and has disadvantage because of their eye being attacked. They can't see well, but with their offhand, they try to pull out their submachine gun and just spray in any random direction. that is an 18 versus your evasion. And that probably doesn't do much, but if it does, that's fine. Let me know. Also, just for reference, I told Ark and other folks, because you guys are like epic level at 6, and I don't feel like making up armor, you all have an indiscriminate bonus of 3 to all of your defense scores. So just make a note of that on your character sheet. Okay, so 21 versus Gene, and then this other one here is on Gene as well.
Is that against toughness?
That is against evasion.
Okay, so I got 22 on that.
Okay, all right. So you take 6 damage from this one, as unfortunately, the spray of bullets coming in. What happens is one of them glances like across your forehead, and the blood begins to sort of like pour down into your eyes from this gigantic gash on your forehead.
Mixing with my gasoline drool.
As you are, you're now bleeding.
Wow.
What was that noise?
Me drooling gasoline.
That is the noise of someone with all their dignity intact.
Exactly.
Someone who knows where his sexual compass is. Wow. He's confident.
He's confident.
It's gasoline.
So the next Trump staffer on a 15, his or her, not really sure, gun jams as the submachine. You just hear a click as the submachine gun jams, and they go to frantically unjam it. And that's staffer number 3. Here's number 4, 28 again. So on this one, well, you're already blinded, so you can't be blinded twice, but you take another 6 points of damage. And then last one, 27, so you take another 5 points of damage. How are you doing? You've taken a good bit of damage, sort of slowly nickeling away at you.
So 6, and then what is this?
6
6 more, and then
6 and 5, it looks like.
12, 15.
Yeah.
I got 13 left.
Okay, all right, so you're still up. Very good. Next up is Flea. Or, yeah, Flea, yep.
Okay, so, I'm already naked other than the sock.
Yeah.
So I'm already kind of in my final form, as it were. But I'm not in a flea mode at this point. So I could go into a flea mode and have a sock over my giant flea dong.
Yeah.
My proboscis.
Words I never wanted to hear.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I go into flea mode, giant flea mode, and I hop onto one of them, but as my proboscis extends and the sock's on my proboscis, the sock kind of pierces and breaks, it can't take the stretching, and so I proboscis into one of these guys' necks.
Alright, go ahead and roll it.
Yes. Okay, so that's gonna be a 24.
Oh, 24. Oh, excellent. So on a 24, you managed to deal a slightly shocking blow, as they never saw that proboscis coming.
They never do.
As the sock just erupts in a blaze of glory. And
You've only had one sock, man.
and yeah, you do some damage to that staffer, and you actually sort of seem to almost sort of cold cock him.
Yeah, really.
As you just sort of, you just see sort of stars, proverbially speaking, anyway. As they just sort of go unconscious and fall to their face.
Nice.
There. So you're down to just 4.
Right on time.
Hell, it's about time.
4. Yeah. I don't. I want to point out at this juncture that you can play this game without being a giant asshole like all the people that are in my group right now.
Wow.
You know.
Wow.
We're just stress testing. It's stress.
I don't remember pitching the idea of letting us play 90s rock stars, Brian.
Oh man.
Beast
Well,
Runner has sent me a song, and it is so good. He just whispered it to me, and it is great. Can we listen to it? Or like,
oh yeah,
read
let's
it out?
Has
hear
he
it.
performed
Let's
it?
hear the song.
No,
Oh.
I mean, like, I'll read it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, it says, complicated gas is taking a hold on me, messing with my hair and makeup, breaking me. What can I do? What can I say? If I wasn't so confused, I would know what to play. Sitting here confused, alone and afraid, fixing up my makeup, my hair now in a braid. I look to my bandmates, and they'll know what to do. The house goes quiet, the crowd is subdued.
Wow.
Yes!
Oh,
50 points to Gryffindor. Good job,
This is
Beast
so
Runner.
good!
That's incredible. Wow, that's amazing. We have
It's a
true
work in
artists
progress, guys.
in our
So
midst,
good.
I would
Awesome.
say. You know?
They've got a career already made.
Yeah.
Gene's
Yeah.
not an artist. He's just a marketer.
It works
Yeah.
well as well because Avril does have people write her songs for her, so Beast Runner is like
I'll
the
hire
talent.
you on.
Yeah.
I just make sure we make the bottle caps.
Yeah.
I was
There
unclear.
you go.
I was unclear on the credit. Who made up that song?
Beast Runner wrote that song.
Beast Runner. Okay, very nice.
Change it to
Beast Runner.
Beats Runner.
Plus bonus points for Beast Runner. So on that note,
On that bombshell.
It was
on that bombshell, and on this rather high note, I want to throw out there because I feel like I don't mention these kind of plugs enough. So I'm just going to cut right in here with a commercial. So what happens is, on the normally non-functioning television display, all of a sudden it jumps to life as my face appears on the screen. And you see a giant Open Legend logo just sort of, boom, it just crashes onto the screen. And now, soon on Kickstarter. I do want to mention that we're doing a campaign setting that is not at all.
It's a giant logo. Nice.
That is not at all jacked up and ridiculous like this game, because we have very serious people that are writing for this. I want to mention that because I don't mention enough. So I'm meeting tomorrow with Matt Mercer. You may know him from Critical Role, and he is going to be doing. He's going to contribute part of the campaign setting. I'm going to talk to him tomorrow about what he's going to contribute. I've already got contribution from Ed Greenwood, who's the creator of Down Realms. And also, John Wick is going to write some airship pirates because that guy's a fucking pirate, and he knows what's up about pirates.
Don't mess with this puppy though.
Right. So anyway, that's something that's coming down the pipeline. And in case you don't make it to the end, if somebody has to duck out, I wanted to throw it in there so you guys
There you go.
follow us and be ready. The Kickstarter is going to blow the hinges off your goddamn doors. It's going to be
Nice.
interesting.
Fuck
So
your
anyway,
doors.
so on that note, we're back to Avril just shared the song. So does that make it? No, Flea just went.
Yeah, I just went, I think.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're back to Gene. So Gene Simmons is up. Oh, wait, is your Rickard Simmons? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep calling you Gene. Sorry about that.
No, it don't matter. So, I'm just gonna pull back in, and I don't really know what to do here. I got it. Okay. I'm gonna just run straight at them, still drooling gasoline. All right, and I'm just gonna try and tackle the closest one to the ground.
Nice. What are you gonna do if you succeed at
I'm gonna breathe fire into his face.
Okay, all right.
Jewel fire.
If I can't hit many, I'll hit single.
All right. Well, that's cool. We'll give you advantage because of the focus of your flame attack. So whatever you had before, you have another advantage. So like just add another die in your formula there. So this is a very focused gallop of flame. So go ahead and roll that.
That's
30. Okay. So on a 30, you guys just see like there's this like. The head of this clumper just begins, and you see the mask first melts off, exactly like in Indiana Jones.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And then the titanium skull begins to sort of reverberate, and you feel something coming, and then boom, the titanium skull just explodes, and you just see blood and just gore just go everywhere, covering Gene Simmons, Ricard Simmons' face. Are you from Game of Thrones and Kiss at the same time?
Exactly.
Hello.
I'm hitting all the nerd spectrum here.
Yeah. That's like super elite mashup. All right, so so this staffer is done. There's 3 left, and next go is Foxy.
So, I would like to summon the powers of Rastafarianism,
Oh yeah.
and I would like to get a dread beanie, one of those little like things you cram all your dreads into. Looks like you're got a giant mushroom on your head.
Yeah, go on, Lois.
I would like to grab one of those, and I want to pull it down over the nearest guy's head, and I want to succumb him to the powers of Rastafarianism.
Nice. So you're gonna attempt the dominated bane. So go ahead and roll the your enchantment here to affect this guy's mind.
Yes, Sean.
Because obviously the group attack thing wasn't going so well for me.
Okay,
So-
30, on a 34, you just see in this moment of defiance, you see heroically this clump staffer just stands up. You see their face toward the green ambient light of the irradiated cloud overhead. They just rip off their clump gas mask that looks like it's the face of Clump. You see like all of these battle scars and stuff, and he or she, again, not really sure, turns to you and says, Abs, what must I do to be part of the movement? I can't do a Rastafarian voice, so forget that. Right?
You must first get high. Take the
terrible.
sacrament.
Okay.
You could just do a Clump or a Hillary.
Yeah. All right. So you've converted this clumper,
Impressive.
Yes.
and you as they sort of fall to their knees and worshiping the rock god status of Babs Marley. He or she says to you, Babs, our savior, you must stop what they've been sent to do. This is but a distraction. As he points over toward the reactor, which is on the outside of the complex, right? So where the hydroelectric, the actual gears and all that stuff, and the mechanical part of it is, and you see like a swarm of orange dots, which are like sort of on the horizon as they converge on this gigantic reactor, which is storing all of this hydroelectricity. And it's again, so like if here's your complex, there's a gigantic river that's like right here, and over here, right on the shore of the river, you see these guys converging. So next up is let's see. Well, and you can. I mean, is there anything else you want to do? Like, I guess you could run that direction if you wanted to. Haven't moved. What do you think, Babs?
Wait, who?
Huh? Did we lose my audio?
No, you're good.
Okay. Are we okay here? So what do you want to do, Babs?
So, Babs is just kneeling down to this placated person and just saying, in every life we have some trouble, but when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. And I'm cramming a bong down his throat.
Nice. You don't even have to try. He is putty in your hands.
Awesome.
As he very willingly partakes. So next up is Avril. We're back around. So Avril, you're standing outside, and you notice as this clumper points in the direction, you see all of these orange dots like converging. They're not actually dots; they're people, but they're orange, and they're far away. What are you doing? Carrot.
I think Avril might be the most useful party member thus far.
I have a song. Sort of.
Yeah.
You do it well.
I have a song.
You have a song. Yeah, you do, really. Avril kind of has one song, and she keeps doing it. Changes the key for the next album.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna be useful again, I guess. Well, not really. I feel like this has inspired me to get some Cheetos because I'm really high, and I decided now that I'm hungry, and where can I find them?
Okay. Well, you don't even have to roll to do that.
Just do it.
That's great. All right. So next at the one, there's only one clumper remaining who is defiant in the face of apparent defeat, as levels their submachine gun at Ricard. On a 12. The gun jams again, and shit, and they begin to look frantically at the group of you who now outnumber him or her. And next up is Flea.
So one of them said to Mrs. Marley that it's a distraction and there's something else going on, right?
Yeah, that's right.
What was the other thing that was going on? I missed it.
Well, there's this convergence of all of these carrot people, these clumpers, who are headed in the direction of the reactor. The core reactor, which is storing and all the hydroelectricity from the plant. The vital life force which charges your cell phones.
So I say, we gotta get to the core, and I begin to jump off towards the core.
Thank you. Exactly. Excellent. Okay.
Road trip time.
So you head over in that direction.
Yeah.
And
road tripping.
road tripping. Oh, it's excellent. And then next is Ricard. So what do you got for me?
So there's all that swarm going on over at the reactor, right?
Yeah, correct.
Is the reactor typically flammable or explosive?
Well, it stores large volumes of energy.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. The guy that I just melted, I want to pick up his gas canister gun thing.
Sure.
And can I fire it at them and then breathe fire into it?
Okay. Well,
probably not in one turn, but
no, you could do both. The bigger problem that you have right now is that this is on the horizon. I mean, we're talking. This is
far away,
100 feet away. So you have to close the gap first, and then
I'll do that.
You can do that. So so you all run. Are you just hanging out here, Sydney? You're not gonna head that direction. I take it. Is that correct?
Oh, what? Yeah. Yes. What?
Yes. So you're just you're like the kid in the playground, just sitting there with your bag of Doritos, just hanging out, right?
That's the least Avril thing I've ever heard.
I'm sorry.
I could do Avril so much better.
Just because I haven't listened to her music, guys, you don't have don't discriminate against me, okay?
I'll help. What do you need? What's happening?
We're going to the core reactor.
There seems to be an imminent catastrophe that's brewing right now.
Nah.
Okay.
And
It's your
you're
next
the
album.
only one who might be able to like book it over there really fast due to your, super speed and your skateboard.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
I
I'm
can
just
like
saying.
hold everyone's hand and we can all go on my skateboard
Yeah, as a team.
as a family.
We can all fit on the skateboard.
I mean, I could. And thanks to Tosco for following. Welcome, my friendly adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
You're not invited on the skateboard.
I don't need it. I'm a
Good.
What was it? I almost forgot. I gotta weave that straw poll in here. That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Barack
Yeah.
Obama.
Okay, so what happens is, at this point, you guys are torn as there seems to be a mighty catastrophe brewing in the one direction, and at the same time that you're like sort of on your way in that direction, you see a giant shadow cast over your current position as a gigantic black, and it turns out as you look up, blotting out the irradiated ambient light above you, is a gigantic. It looks like a vulture, as and there's just all this dust that's kicked up all around you as these gigantic wings, and suddenly it just lands and perches on top of the complex. The place where you guys were recently inside of, and you just see like a gigantic eagle on a mountaintop. You see Barack Obama just descends and lands upon the pinnacle of the complex.
The last beacon of democracy.
And he says to you,
I take his free healthcare.
oh, I can't do it. Oh my God. He says to you all, brave heroes, I want you all to take with you these important instruments that have magical qualities, you see.
Spot on impression. I'm
See, what
impressed.
happens? You all think that democracy has come to an end here, but I've got some news for you. Democracy has not had its last say yet. I've come to bestow upon you these epic instruments of defenders of democracy here, and as he sort of flaps his wings, you guys see descending slowly, almost as if from his bosom, are and they're in little like glowing orbs. So they're like bubbles that are glowing with magical energy. And there's an instrument which you all will now choose, appropriate to your character, floating down in your direction, as the last defender of democracy is. All right. So what are your instruments? Let's see. I think we know what Will's is.
I mean, actually, I've got to think about mine real quick.
Okay. All right. So somebody else.
Because I've already got a bass.
You've already got. Well, but this is.
Oh, it's a trumpet, because
it's a
Flea can
better
play trumpet.
bass.
What, a trumpet?
Yeah, Flea's like a professional trombonist. Trumpist, I don't know. Trumpeteer.
Trumpetist.
Well, but this is an upgrade on any weapons you make.
Oh, it's an
This-
upgrade on my weapon. Ah.
Yeah. Well, what I'm
Oh,
saying
wait,
is.
I know.
You know how like when you
Yeah.
get to like level 20 and you have to like discard that beloved weapon that
Yeah,
you've,
you get your
like,
epic
had
tier.
for the rest of the game. You know what I mean? This is like
In that case,
That's great.
these are all courtesy of Rem, by the way.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah. In that case, I'm gonna fix a trumpet onto the end of my base.
Okay. Oh, trumpet on the end of your base. That
Yeah.
That makes so much sense, physiologic or whatever. So that's perfect. So how about somebody else? What do you guys have?
I'd like a pipe organ
Okay, a pipe organ.
in the literal sense of pipe.
Oh, nice, nice.
I would like a pipe organ that hopefully also floats so that I don't have to carry it. And I would like it to just spew out belching clouds of hay.
Nice. This what you get is your item comes to you, and it's like everybody else's is like a normal sized instrument, but for you it's this tiny little black thing, and you don't even see it until it gets close to you, and you realize that it's a miniature figurine of a gigantic pipe organ, and you inherently know because of how attuned you are to the powers of democracy, you know that this is a pipe organ of wondrous power. So what happens is if you if you speak the command word, it grows to become double the size of a normal pipe organ. But then speaking the command word again causes it to shrink back into its pocket size. So
This is gonna be grand.
it's gonna be perfect. All right, how about you, Ricard? You guys? What's your weapon? What's your instrument of choice?
Just like there's a double neck guitar and it has like a built-in torch on the end of it, so that way I don't need my little lighter anymore.
Correct.
There we go.
Yeah. Yes.
Just don't drool on your guitar.
Yeah. I'll probably will anyways. It builds up the strings. They last longer. Helps improve your calluses.
It's excellent. All right. So you guys, and last is Avril. What is your?
I want a violin, and I want to be able to play like sad strings. Everyone
Oh
that,
yes.
like, the world's
Induce
saddest
angst.
song play.
It has to be really tiny.
That's what I want.
A tiny violin.
That is perfect.
All right. Excellent.
Hear what tunes.
So you, all right. So you get a tiny violin. What does it do exactly? I wonder. I'm sorry. I don't know what it does. You have to help me here.
It makes people cry when I play it because it's
Oh,
so sad.
It's so beautiful.
There you go.
There's some auto tune.
It's an auto-tuned violin.
Auto tune.
The emo Lin.
The Evelyn.
Oh yes.
Oh my gosh, it's excellent. All right, so that's great. So you managed to do that. You managed to receive these epic gifts from the sovereign defender of democracy. As he says to you all, he sort of gives you some parting advice as he says to you all, now listen to me here. Just because the situation looks fucked doesn't mean that it really is. I want to tell you all right now that if we could just turn back time and go back to a time before Clump was ever even born, rise to power, we may be able to avert this disastrous catastrophe. So keep that in mind, my good heroes. As I bid you all adieu. As he begins to flap his wings, and there's this epic cloud of dust that is kicked up. And is there any desperate parting words or
So then he's like, Barack Obama out, and he like busts through the door.
yeah.
Rock, please wait.
So what you guys, you might be able to catch him as he's sort of like not yet gone. So anybody want to say anything to Barack Obama?
I love you,
I
man.
would like to offer the sacrament to him before he goes.
I throw my sock at him.
Your ripped up sock.
Oh, excellent. He's like, thanks, Pops, as he takes a gigantic hit and disappears, or sort of you just see his eyes just sort of glaze over as he looks just totally pieced out here.
Yes.
Perfect. Seems like a perfect point to do on the hour plug. So if you're new to Encounter Roleplay and you're enjoying this show here today, the Heavy Metal Roleplaying, then hit that follow button and join us if you haven't already. 10 more followers, we'll have another viewer decision where you guys decide what happens next. Also 4 more retweets and we'll have another viewer decision where you guys throw out your ideas in chat. We take together in a straw poll and the most popular one will happen. You can also subscribe if you want to. Sexy emotes, more gold. Shit you don't need really, but you might want. So there is that. You can also find all the rules for Open Legend for free over here on OpenLegendRPG.com, and you can play this game yourself if you want. After this game, we're playing a sponsored game called Everyverse RPG coming along to play with myself, Josh, Beth, and Flaming Killer from chat, and we're playing a Pirates game, and I've got a really cool sexy map for that one, which is going to be exciting. So stay along. In an hour's time we're finishing up this game and starting a new one, so that's the plan. Let's carry on.
Carry on my way. All right. So you guys pick up. You're odd and
We pick up, yeah.
Yeah, you all are completely just inspired by the words of Barack Obama as he begins to disappear as a speck on the horizon. So now you've got all these orange people, carrot people, and they're converging on the reactor, it seems. So what are you guys going to do about this, I wonder?
I had an idea to work together, actually.
Wow.
Nice.
So,
Super group.
I had figured that to work together, we could use the Ricard's pyrotechnics knowledge, the angst that Avril holds within her soul, and Flea's almost indestructible body to convey an object into the core of the crowd that would subdue them.
Okay. You're gonna convey an object into the core of the crowd.
Yes.
Oh,
Hopefully get Flea back out.
And thanks to Jelly Not Jelly for following, or Yelly, I don't know. Welcome to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
nice. So you're going to. Okay. So is that object? Does that consist of the people in the party, or is this some sort of manifest object? I wonder.
Hopefully something we could build.
Oh, okay. So
Hopefully as wasteland scavengers, we're actually good at building and not just making these 15 people take care of our lazy asses.
yeah.
We could like it could involve Avril's skateboard,
Yes.
my sock.
Was my thought.
Okay, what if
What if?
what if we have a concert, right? And then everyone is such a big fan of our band that they support us instead, and we take over the whole world.
I'll begin promoting.
So Avril just needs to make them really sad. Then they need to smoke to make themselves not sad, and then they sit down and enjoy lovely, amazing music with amazing pyrotechnics.
And then
Smoke is secretly
and then they
flammable.
can't leave.
and then when they're least expecting it, Ricard melts all their faces off.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So.
We are becoming the pimps of these people,
Pimping out the carrot.
hooking them up on drugs.
So
They can't leave.
let's go ahead and roll. So you guys can appoint one person from your group to make this roll. Actually, I guess I'll propose. We're kind of trying to sway the minds and hearts. So I guess we'll have our enchantment specialist Babs be the one to roll.
Oh
And
God.
you can get advantage too due to the group effort and the angsty support of Avril and a face melting bass solo that draws attention from Flea.
I was gonna say I don't want help from Flea's proboscis.
Yeah, I was.
You don't want it, but you might need it. It's a catch 22.
Okay.
45. Holy.
There we go.
45. Wow.
That's a
You were
snap.
very excited about that.
Ah!
I just want to
I don't know what's
point out.
happening. I don't know what these noises are.
I just want to point out. I don't know if there are other games where you can roll a 45. Maybe there are, but.
Hey Gareth, do you see that 45?
Is Gareth in chat?
Yep.
Where is Gareth?
He's suddenly pandas. He's changed his nickname because now he's cool and edgy.
Oh man. So yeah, he's sad. So what happens is between this face melting solo and this just real obvious you know how when you go to a festival and there's just that magnetic pull of just a huge gigantic group of people getting high as shit.
Yeah.
And, like that vibe just sort of even beyond the ability of the haze itself to draw people in, just that feeling, that emotion, and the angst of that feeling of missing out on a really important moment in life that Avril's music really conveys, you know. With their powers combined, all the clumpers, you see their little dot figures on the horizon. You're barely able to make this out as you see them slowly turn in your direction as they turn to look at this. And you've got your roadies, you know, the other 15 people in the compound who they've erected this gigantic like salvage scrap metal, and it's got like the big arc that you would put the lights on. There of course are no lights, but just like the gigantic metal arc thing or whatever, and like this stage, this epic looking stage. And so they all turn and they slowly begin to walk in your direction. What do you guys do?
We of course cover. Hey, you. I don't like your girlfriend, right?
You guys have got to tell me what you're covering because I don't know.
Are we singing like one of Avril's new songs, or is it one of her classics?
So you tell me, what are you singing, guys?
I'm pretty sure Highway to
That's
Hell is
really up to Avril, I
Alright.
think, as our kind of conductor.
We sing her new song.
Do y'all
Avril,
want to do
come
the
on.
new song, or do y'all want to do like?
Kind of want to do one I know.
Okay, what are you feeling? Do you want to do like hard and edgy, or do you want to do like something real deep? What do you
I think to win the hearts and minds, we should do When You're Gone.
Okay. Skater Boy. I like Skater Boy.
We can do Skater Boy.
Gareth
It's
just
kinda sad.
suggested. Yeah.
It's kind of sad, yeah. He wasn't good enough
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah, like a Blink-182 song, right? Type thing or something, right? I don't actually
Sure,
know.
like Blame 182.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many good options.
The Avril
Alright.
Lavigne. Blame 182.
Look, I'm trying to stay out of the spotlight here, bro. I'm trying to just
Teenage
dance.
dirtbag. I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Listen to Iron Maiden, baby,
God.
with me.
Oh, man.
Bum, 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 bum.
All right, so you guys on a 45, you manage with Bab's epic basically these guys, they are now all wearing like those red, black, and green beams, you know, and they trade in their Clump gas masks
To me.
for Yeah, to the merchandise guy.
Merchandising.
He's got you now have like geez, like the maximum number of clump masks that you can carry is like 50. There's actually like 500. There are like 200 of them actually, but you've got 50 in your backpack right now. Not really sure how that fits, just spatially, but anyway, that's okay.
It's a military backpack from DayZ.
There you go.
Nice. They always say you can put tons of shit in those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They only take up one block.
Yeah. This is like the inventory in Diablo or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or any number of games. So you have that. So these guys, they all trade in. They turn their, they really turn their lives around, as it were, and they just soak in all the good vibrations of the festival that you guys are all.
Give me good vibration.
And what happens is, unfortunately, due to them being just like totally just tranced out, it completely slips their mind the reason that they actually all came there, which would seem to be a good thing, except they forgot about the C4 that they placed all over the reactor core, and because they're just high as shit, they like one guy just like he turns, well, again, guy or girl, not sure really, but he turns to the group of you and says, shit, I feel like we left something back at the that reactor core over there. I can't put my finger on exactly what it was. And you guys hear come over like the monitor, the in-ear monitors that you guys have whilst you're on stage. You hear one of your roadies say like, I don't know, this sounds like some crazy shit. I don't know what these guys are talking about, but something about they left something back at the reactor core or something like that. I don't know. One of you guys might want to get over here and take care of this.
Can we like get our stage on wheels and like use our music just like while they're susceptible to diffuse this thing?
Well, like the floor in front of the stage is part of it, so they can just roll with us.
There you go.
I say, I'll create a distraction, and I start just like bass soloing again.
Yeah, you start bass soloing, and as what happens as
we're gonna brutal legend this.
As Flea just lays into a chord, there's this epic moment, like at the end of Fight Club, where you see like all of those buildings, they just like go up in this blaze of glory, as Flea believes that it was his own, this power chord that he just lays into.
Yeah.
As you see like a flower blossoming on the horizon, you see the reactor core, just this white, bright pinpoint of light. And it just slowly grows and grows and grows, and there's no end to it. As ultimately it engulfs you all completely. And you pass. You have no idea where you are or what's happening. You black out, and the group of you wake up to the taste of cold, oily, dirty pavement as your faces lie on asphalt in a land far away, which you have never been to before. You guys, all of roads and stuff, that is a thing of the past, 2016. We don't have nice things like that in 2017. So, you guys are shocked by that. Normally like roads just appear as little chunks of asphalt strewn all over the place after the nuclear holocaust. And, so you guys know right away that you're not in 2017 anymore.
Guys, I think we might be in the 90s.
It's time to make a comeback, boys.
I actually spoke so much I went back in time.
It's time to rebrand.
Rebrand.
Do we have a band
We're
name?
handing
Feel
out
the anger.
masks.
I don't think we have a band
That's a
name.
good question.
no.
Do we still have everything in our inventory?
Yeah, you guys have all your inventory.
I start running off. I've got a right pile away.
Wait, what's that?
I run off saying I've got a right pile away. It's the 90s.
You
Gotta
guys,
make it in time, man.
you, Ricard, you're shocked to find that people actually use those damn cozies, as you see a number of people milling about on the streets as, they've got these cozies in their hands and they're just sort of hanging out outside. And you look up, sort of peeling your faces off of the pavement. You look up to see a bright neon sign, and the neon sign, it flickers ever so slightly, once every 10 seconds or so, and it emits a pleasant hum that's almost hypnotic as you stare, and it takes a moment for you to recognize you haven't read a book in since at least 2010 or something like that. So it takes you a moment to recognize the font that they use, and it turns out that the words "Whiskey a Go Go" are in gigantic neon letters, and it's a pleasant climate. In fact, much to your surprise, you guys glow slightly green as a result of being outside for too long battle after the nuclear, from the irradiation, of course. And so you guys actually match perfectly with the setting.
Nice.
Plan.
Now Avril doesn't have to change her outfit to match.
Thank God. The environment changes for Avril.
There we go.
Exactly what happens. What's your first impression? I'll get into describing more of the scene, but I've talked too much. So what are you guys doing here?
We must find a stage.
Yeah, we need to make our comeback.
Our pre-comeback.
Yeah. We
Wow.
need to make our No, we need to make our back. I don't know. It's not a comeback. It's like a come forward, I guess.
So what we can do is get really big in this era, and then when we go back to our time, we'll be
huge.
We'll be huge.
We'll be titans.
So let's just walk into this place, boot down the door, and start playing.
I like it. I turn into
you
a
guys-
flea to beat down the door.
So you guys, you're presented with a dilemma, because as you want to go, just go flee on this thing and just kick in the door or whatever. You realize that unfortunately you won't be able to hop toward the venue as a flea without crushing innocent bystanders. There's a gigantic mass of people that are all just surging forward in it's like a pulsating mass of people as they're all trying to make their way through the door. And it seems that the door is barred, as there are two gigantic bouncers standing outside, and it looks like they're all waiting to get into the venue for the show tonight. And you see on the marquee, you see the headliner. It says headliner, and tonight is Guns N' Roses, and
These guys.
opening for Guns N' Roses is Spinal Tap. It's the much smaller.
Spinal Tap, yeah, okay. So I turn to the guys and I say, guys, we need to kill Guns N' Roses.
Agreed.
I'm like, this should have happened a long time ago. And with one gigantic flea jump, I am going to launch myself nearly into space, but not quite, and I'm just going to kind of fly up and land by the bouncers.
Okay, all right. Roll me an agility check to succeed at not crushing
I mean,
innocent,
honestly, at this point, I'm fine with crushing people. It's a 27.
Okay, all right. Well, on a 27, you can either crush more people or crush no one at your option as you succeed in your agility roll. What do you think here?
Excellent. So I land in front of the bouncers. And I say, do you know who I am?
You see the bouncers as they see like this. They just see this tiny figure turn into a giant flea as it's leaping through the air, and then just crush down. Now, do you crush people or not?
And they're like, rock and roll, man.
Yeah. Well, do you crush people or not?
I'll crush the bouncers if I can.
Oh, okay. Sure. Well, on a 27, you hear a sickening, dull crack sound as you break both of their legs as you sort of land and pin their legs, and they howl in pain. No! You know, they're sort of like ogres as they turn to face you. And
Quick, guys, get in here.
They'll both take a swing at you. These guys they're pretty strong, actually. So 26 and 12, which I think is not even enough.
Not enough. Not even.
Not enough.
No, you're an epic flea carapace.
My epic tear, and I play my trumpet like a as a
Right in their faces.
yeah. It's like the horn of Gondor, and you guys are
The horn
called
of
towards me.
Just blow their flesh off.
Yep.
The horn of Gondor sounds as you all turn.
And it's Humpty Bump, which is playing.
From the east.
Oh my god, it's just amazing. They all turn. Everybody turns in the direction of the horn of Gondor. However, it appears that there is more than one band who wants to headline tonight, as letting out from behind you. You guys didn't know because you were focused on getting entrance into Whiskey A Go Go. So to your rear, as you turn to look, you hear from behind you the sound of a shredding guitar solo, as lots and lots of heavy distortion coming through here, and you guys turn, and you turn around to see there's like pyrotechnics from these letters as the epic angular sharp logo of Metallica.
Oh, what is this shit?
And you just see this gigantic burst of pyrotechnics through the Metallica logo, or this gigantic logo on the streets. And it appears that you guys are not the only ones trying to make a comeback here in 1991.
Oh shit.
Oh man, and it looks like XP is overrated, has just donated £10. Thanks so much, XP. Let me read this out for you guys here. It reads, boss level encounter. The elite Delta Airlines hit squad have been dispatched to kill off Sydney after they found out she was responsible for taking down their systems to keep Will in the USA. This seems perfectly reasonable.
That makes perfect sense. So we have two new characters in the game, Sydney and Will.
Thanks, XP.
Thanks,
I can
XP.
confirm that this is
Thanks,
exactly what happened. I hacked into the system.
Yeah.
Okay, well we'll get to that. We'll get there. So that will happen sometime in the next 35 minutes here. So you guys turn and you just see this gigantic secondary crowd, which you hadn't even noticed. You all got really matted, like hair. Looks like they either haven't showered or they have lots of product in their hair. You're not really sure which. And the most notable thing, as you look at their sort of baggy jeans, you see these gigantic chains that are sort of snaking their way outside of their back pocket, and they seem to come sort of like wind around to the front. You're not really sure where they connect or what their purpose is exactly. But this is on all of the people who appear to be fans in the crowd, and they all just rocking out. You just see these long hair and the heads are just like, just banging away. So what do you guys do? So you've successfully not killed but maimed the bouncers.
That's good.
That's all we needed.
That's all I came here for. I'm
I
going.
came for the meme.
I came for the meme. So oh man, we're going to be dealing with like a giant Sandman creature now, aren't we? With Metallica. So I'm just going to like bust through the bouncers towards Guns N' Roses. And I'm gonna giant flea
Guns N'
hop.
Roses are supposedly inside the venue. You don't even know if the rumors are true. That's just what they've been saying on the streets. So you don't know where Guns N' Roses are at all. To be clear.
We will find them.
So I heard a solo, and as
The
a
solo
flea,
is
I
not
have
coming from-
echolocation. Yes, I do. And so, as we all know, fleas have echolocation,
Oh my
and so I rub my little feet together, and I can sense where the sound is coming from, and I'm gonna jump through the bouncers into the venue.
So hold on a second. Now I'm okay with batshit crazy off the wall ideas, but we are clear that it's Metallica playing, not Guns N' Roses, right? You know that, right?
I thought it was Metallica. No, I thought it was Guns N' Roses were playing headline.
No, it's Metallica that are playing. So there's this gigantic Metallica logo. But what happens is, this part might have been unclear. This is on the streets outside of the venue. It's like Battle of the Bands, as these
Oh
guys.
my God.
These guys have set up shop across the street, and see they couldn't get.
This
they
changes
couldn't
everything.
Yeah, they couldn't get a gig in the venue, so their branding and marketing team is here. They set up this whole pyrotechnics.
This is a game changer.
And the pyrotechnics just erupt out as they just lay into this power core.
All right, fuck this. We don't need to enter into the Metallica venue. All we need to do is we need to set up our own stage. So
We just take theirs. I pull out the canister rifle and I'm like, why don't I just shoot this into their pyros?
if it's a battle of the bands, there's honor involved. So there's
There's no
Metallica
honor.
playing in one place, there's Guns N' Roses playing in another, and we are going to form our own stage, but our stage is going to be the crowds watching everyone.
We're gonna play.
We're gonna
stand
crowd surf and play whilst we're crowd surfing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, if you don't have presents already, give yourself presents because you'll need that for this particular effort. Will
I've got 3 in presence.
I think
3? Well, I would say Flea's charisma is undeniable. It should probably be at least a 6. So, we'll give you a level up there. So go ahead and roll presence, which is
All
now
right.
6.
I will do. My presence is
Sometimes when I play
18.
this game. 18. Okay, so on an 18, Flea busts out the sock and unfortunately forgets that the sock itself had ruptured before.
Yes, it has. Sometimes I forget these things.
As you see, you get part of your wish as a stage. There's a space made clear for you to sort of like camp out and sort of take your stand. However, seeing the fleas in his sock, the crowd just shrieks in terror as they scatter in all directions, making a perfect place for you guys to sort of get down and get down to business, as it were. Here.
Yeah.
So you guys now have a clear spot. You're across the street from Metallica, as they lay into like this epic solo. So what's everybody else doing whilst Flea is terrifying the commoners?
I start passing out our merchandise. I pass out the one vest I got and the cozies and the
Hell yeah!
well 49.
Merchandise.
So as Ricard
So
Simmons
tickets
is
to our gig.
Yeah, promoted.
Ricard is out there. He's giving out cozies. He's got tickets in one hand, cozies in the other. He's out there. He's really hustling. And what happens is, he wedges himself into the crowd of Metallica fans who are just, they're just headbanging away out there, rocking out. and he starts to offer tickets and cozies to these guys. And as you approach them, you only saw the back of their heads. Like I said, lots of product, long. Maybe they haven't showered, not really clear. But you get in there and you turn to one of them, offer them some merchandise, some merch from the table, and as he turns to you, you see this shriveled up face as his skin is whitened and there are patches of it missing, as you can see like oozing sores covering this particular fan's face as he goes, and he attempts to bite your face as let's see,
God damn.
It's kind of like a zombies.
That was good.
I approve of this. I'm a little
holy shit! It's a Hail Mary!
That's a soundbite waiting to happen.
There you go.
Holy shit.
I feel like
Save that one for later.
I'm in an esports event.
That's
There you go.
I feel like Ryan would be really fun to watch the Olympics with.
You'd be a great caster, Brian, for an esports event.
The zombie, the Metallica zombie, turns to face you as you're leaned in real close, and you're at this vulnerable moment because you're